Welcome to Maddie for President. Hi, I'm Leah from podcasthouston.com. Maddie for President is a weekly podcast about life, love, and money. It's all from the perspective of a brilliant, beautiful 2-year-old growing up in Houston, Texas. Maddie is never afraid to tell you what she thinks. Pops, Lovey, and Big Brother Caleb are always there to help translate when necessary. Leave a 5-star review in iTunes, and you'll get a personal shout out on the next episode. Listen in iTunes and anywhere podcasts are played, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch every episode of Maddie for President. Now, here's Pops and Maddie with this week's lesson about life, love, and money.
Thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. This is going to be all about Caleb's birthday. We had a great time celebrating Caleb's 3-year-old birthday. So it was a wonderful time. Caleb got to take his first motorcycle ride. As you are seeing, that is his new red motorcycle. Maddie's is in the mail, but she does not know that yet. So Caleb turned 3, and we enjoyed a lot of birthday cake. One of the things that I discovered in this birthday experience is that it was all about Caleb. It was his birthday, and so Maddie had to just sit back, and that's got to be super hard for a 1-year-old. Maddie will be 2 in August, so her birthday party is coming up, but try to explain that to a little 1-year-old who's almost 2. It's not easy, but she was patient, she was great, and so was Caleb. Caleb is a great big brother, but at the end of the day, this is not your motorcycle, this is not your birthday, and these are not your presents, so just sit down and enjoy yourself. So we had a good time. It was a great birthday party. I got to tell you, right now, as I am recording this, Caleb and Maddie are at the house with Lovey, and they seem to have gotten sick with something, and I think they shared it with me. So I'm in the office trying to get this done and go home and take a nap. At any rate, so this week it's all about the birthday party, and I wanted to share a couple of things that have been on my mind about Caleb and Maddie, and really just thinking as I just get to spend time with these two beautiful people, thinking about what it takes to raise capable young people. And that's really when I got home last week after posting the episode. If you didn't watch episode 2, part 2 of Maddie for President, well, I would encourage you not to. Apparently, it was way too not focused. So when I got home, my precious bride shared with me some of her concerns. She said I talked way too much before getting to the good stuff. So today we're fixing that. You're watching the amazing footage of Caleb and Maddie, mostly Caleb riding his motorcycle. So last week you got to see Lovey riding the motorcycle, which was pretty awesome. So again, if you're listening to this in iTunes, I hope you will just go to maddieforpresident.com. That's where we keep the episodes and the information and the show notes. I'll link to the show notes. So we will have some really cool show notes. So let's see if I can break away from Caleb on his motorcycle for just a minute and turn your attention to the show notes. This is really a remarkable piece of technology. I'm not going to go into the weeds, but if you just notice, there's a lot of really cool content on this page, and this is actually the show notes for the page. So this is what I'm looking at, scrolling down, and it's got the outline of the show and the content of the show. So a little something new. Leah and I have been working on this for a little bit. So I know the main thing is the footage of Maddie and Caleb, so I'll make sure we keep that going in the background. But I wanted to do the shout out. And by the way, the shout outs every week, we'll do a shout out. And what I'm asking for you to do for us, if you like the show, if you're enjoying Maddie for President, we need your help. This week's shout out goes to my buddy Dave from Belgium. I don't see Dave in the office today. It's Friday. He's the boss. He gets to take it off. But Dave, let's scroll down and take a look at what Dave has to say about Maddie for President. Great show, a lot of fun, great pictures, exclamation mark. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Dave. And here's a picture of Dave. Well, it's Dave's family actually in Dallas, a trip they took not long ago. Shout out to you, Dave, and your family. It's such a good thing to be your friend. You're my first and best friend from Belgium. You're actually not, but I'm going to say you are. So that was this week's shout out to Dave, his girls, and his wife, Christina. Thank you for the 5-star review. Hey, just wanted to let you know that Maddie for President is not only in iTunes, so you can listen and review in iTunes, but also in Google Podcasts, which is kind of cool. Maddie, you're in Google Podcasts, also Spotify. So if you like to listen to Spotify, maybe you didn't know they had podcasts as well. There she is. We are Maddie, Caleb, Lovey, and Pops. We're now in Spotify. And then we're also on podcastaddict.com. I didn't even know this existed, but it is a directory for podcasts, so that's cool. And then Stitcher, which is one of my favorite ways to listen to podcasts. Stitcher Radio, Maddie for President. You can vote, you can follow, you can leave reviews as well on Stitcher. Maddie for President here is Castbox, another great podcast directory. So just wanted to show you that. And then there's Podchaser. You can leave a 5-star review there as well. But the easiest way to leave a 5-star review is go to itunesvote.com and leave your 5-star review. Be sure to tell us what are some of your favorite family resources. We'll be sharing some of ours with you as me, Maddie, Lovey, Caleb, and the whole family experience some of the great family resources available from 100 years ago and some that are available today. So when you leave your review, please tell us what are your favorite resources for your family, for your kids. If you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, we want to showcase those great family resources that provide good education and fun and wholesome things that we can share and be proud of sharing for years and generations to come. So we need your help. When you leave a review, it's not just about the review, it's about sharing your story. Send us a story, send us a resource, and we'll shout out to you, and can't wait to do that in the future. And also, if you want to share a little video or clip or even just a couple pictures, we'll put that in the show. When we do the shout out, you can send that to jim@munchback.com. If that's the easiest way to just send me an email, and we'll save it and we'll upload it and we'll make it part of this video. And if you have a really great clip, we'll use that as well to kind of give you an opportunity to share with your friends and your family some of the extraordinary moments that make your family memory special. We'd love to share that with you, and we'd love to share it with the world, and we'll help you do that. So again, jim@munchback.com. So that was a lot of fun. That's a shout out. Now, for next week and the week after and the week after, I'm asking you to help us. Tell us some resource that you found helpful, meaningful, inspirational, educational, something that will be of value to other families and grandparents and parents who are raising kids and trying to raise up capable young people who are not afraid to go out into the world and make a difference. That's what I want for Maddie and Caleb, and that's what I wanted for my own kids. And, you know, as a dad, I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm hoping that as a granddad, I can make up for some of them. And so far, Maddie and Caleb, their parents, Jamal and Carissa, have been very nice about letting me influence their kids. And so we're having a ton of fun. And that's one of the things that Maddie for President is all about, is to share resources, inspiration, and valuable principles with families just like yours just like mine, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters. I want to have a lot of fun with this show. I'm already having a lot of fun with this show, but I really am hoping that we can start to share some resources that will be very valuable for the young people that we're trying to raise up. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do is just a 5-star review. And this is a little video clip of me actually doing a 5-star review. Check it out. Okay, it's time for our weekly podcast review. So this week, I'm going to do a review for Megyn Kelly. The Megyn Kelly Show is spectacular. And I was listening to her recent episode on the way to the office, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to download it. I can't imagine it won't be censored by Google and Facebook and Twitter. Amazing. This COVID cover-up with Josh Rogan, David Marcus, and Richard Mueller. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the review. So I just opened the Megyn Kelly Show in podcasts. That's the app that I have on my Mac. And I'm going to scroll down. I clicked on shows. I'm going to scroll down. And you can see here the reviews. 4.8 out of 5. I'm not sure. There's 18,947 ratings. So I'm not expecting that Megyn is going to mention anything about this review on her show. But the cool thing about Maddie for President is every week when we do a new episode, we take a look at the reviews and we give a shout out. So tell us what you want. Tell us what you're using to help educate your kids, your grandkids. What are some great family resources that you have that we can use with Maddie and Caleb? So this is not one of those resources. This is just an amazing, well-produced podcast. And so I'm going to say something in this. I'm going to click here to write a review. I'm going to give it a 5-star review. And I'm going to try to spell Megyn's name correctly. Megyn is amazing, and I'm so thankful for this podcast. That's what I'm putting the title. Hey, Megyn. Not sure if you read your reviews, but I can't really speak for my family, but I wanted to leave you a 5-star review. Actually, that's not true. Not true. I wanted to leave a 10-star review, but iTunes doesn't have that yet. Smiley face. Love from Houston, Texas. I can't resist mentioning Maddie. I'm going to put Cohen. Maddie for President is the weekly podcast from the perspective of a beautiful 2-year-old growing up in Houston. I'm making a video right now as I'm leaving this review. You are great. Keep up the good work. And I'm going to save. I think I left enough information there so now I think it got posted. Let's see. Did it? Yes. So I hit save. This is what you have to do too if you're going to do a review. I hit save. I didn't see it get submitted, but we will see. Now again, Megyn, she has a lot of reviews. Maddie for President, not so many. But every time you leave a 5-star review, tell us something about your family and tell us something that we can give you a shout out about. But this is a great podcast. If you haven't checked it out, check out Megyn Kelly Show. And that's it. That's this week's podcast review. So now you know how to do a 5-star review. And it's really easy if you're on an iPad or an iPhone or a Mac computer. And if you just go to iTunesVote.com, you can leave a review on any device, on any platform. So one of the things I wanted to do this week is the big question, who said that? And so check this out.
I think that's really pivotal, that we have lost a lot of support for parenting and teaching. There's an old African proverb that says it takes an entire village to raise a child. Okay, and I can remember back when parenting was not what I, the relative, did for my offspring, but it was what all the generations ahead collectively invested in the children following them. I go back, I'm so old that I can remember when I used to walk down the street as a young person, and if I was doing something inappropriate, I knew that any adult who laid eyes upon me would step in, supervise me, teach me, and there'd be immediate feedback to my family.
That guy is Dr. Stephen Glenn, and he is one of the people in my life who, he passed some time ago. I don't even remember when he passed, but he has so many really great principles. His passion was developing capable young people. He was an influencer in our government. He's done some amazing things to help educate parents who cared about raising more capable children. So I'm hoping that you have some clips of Dr. Glenn. I'm going to be looking for some more clips from him. I'm even going to leave in the show notes a link to purchase the content that he created and left behind. Although I'm not sure you can even get the DVDs. We used to buy the DVDs, Dr. Glenn's DVDs, and we would give them to our friends, and we would have little small group studies, and it was fantastic, the discussion that came from raising kids and learning how to discipline kids. So he will be one of the regular inspirational moments in the weeks and months and years and decades ahead as we continue to publish Maddie for President. So that's it. See you next time.